back with it on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brings up second and 11 at the Niners' 23-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11. Quick pass out to Miller. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Scott Miller, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
49ers nothing.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And some room to maneuver. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game. But it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. That toss play right, we know it's one of the successful plays they have in their arsenal, and they showed you why there.
And remember, in order for it to be successful, because it's a little bit of a slower developing play, those blocks at the line of scrimmage have to be kept, have to be held, so that the runner can get to the corner and turn it upfield.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. This is Coleman. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9.
12, fellas, here we go.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
At the 28-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11.
Watch the run. 21. Here we go.
Garoppolo looks to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Tackle made by Justin Evans.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there, but how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
On second down, it's Coleman. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here we go.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complementary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer 1st down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. 1st down, Buccaneers.
Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The 1st down throw for Winston. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Here we go, D. Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Here we go.
Winston now from the 50. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. The 3rd down run gets him nothing.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
You have to give big-time credit to the cornerback on that play. Most of them like to just sit back and say, I'm playing pass. But he diagnosed that play so fast and got into the backfield for a loss of yardage. That's a monster play by a corner.
And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the 1st down carry. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 41-yard line.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
11.
Now this time, Garoppolo will throw. Gets this one to Juszczyk. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense, because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Here we go. Black 80! 54! Watch the screen! Stick! Tighten up! 21.
Throwing on 1st is Garoppolo. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. But it'll be 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season.
Check. Watch 54.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Carlton Davis speeds in for the sack on the corner blitz. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
Those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Ready? Back to the back, behind.
From the gun, Winston. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. How about that for a little jolt right before intermission?
I'm talking about taking momentum into the half with you, and so many teams have an emphasis on trying to score in the last 2 minutes of a half. To carry that with them, it's not often talked about scoring on defense, though. That's extra mode.
And now they may take the lead into the locker room as well. This will be taken about the 12. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Under a minute to play here in the half. Time for a late drive.
It makes sense when you think about it. Hey, try and get a field goal. Give yourself a lead going into the half. But if you're going to do this, you better have supreme trust in your quarterback. Supreme trust in the guy who's going to handle the football. Because if you turn it over here, not only do you go in down at the half, you've given the momentum squarely to your opponent.
Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. A gain of 3, second down. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. Here's Matt Gay now for the Bucs field goal. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
This is fielded at the goal line. Oh, he's going to take this out of the back of the end zone. And that's going to be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Looking to throw on second down. Garoppolo. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis, but now it'll be third down.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
11. 37's the Mike. Mike 37. Hey, exit.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Here we go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it, and they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Let's go. Ready. Black 25.
Following the interception, Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. And they'll get him down here at about the 42.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Draw play, Winston to Jones. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Brandon, never quite sure what the side judge or the field judge is going to rule there. That was awfully close, but in the end, he says it passed over the 1-yard line, and that's where they're going to mark it out. I mean, you can see it right there, right? See him walking up the sideline? Told him to stop right there at the 1.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker, and he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here we go.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. There's Garoppolo to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Kenny Stills, and it's 3rd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 32-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot. And they connected there and picked up a first down.
Garoppolo, perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. There goes a deep ball, and it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Chris Conley, his first touchdown of the new season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play. And just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well because if I'm the defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
At the 41-yard line.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Out of the pistol to give to Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The Pro Bowl corner, Jason Verrett, on the tackle. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
54 Mike. All right, here we go. Let's go, B, let's go. Flip. 36. Here we go.
Throwing on second down, Winston. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Third and short yardage, Winston. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. For a big guy, Jameis sure can move. Did a nice job there picking up the first down with his legs. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a third down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
The Bucs on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. 25. Check 25. Check 25. Wait. No.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
You 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Seventh play in this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Winston. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now Jones. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones, his first touchdown here of the new campaign as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that will get him one closer. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Here we go.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. To throw is Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here we go.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Garoppolo now. Buying time to his left. Oh, he's going to look end zone here for Pettis. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Good coverage that time by Sean Bunting. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th quarter. Going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard and realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
11. 37 to Mike. Mike 37. It's a part. Hey, wahoo.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. That's complete to his speedy wideout Goodwin. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Again, it's Jones. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. The Bucs on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Play fake. Winston. Going up top for Miller. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Here we go, here we go,
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8.
Here we go, here we go.
And he lost 6 there on the first down play.
General West. No.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the run. Now they'll need to draw up something good here on 3rd and 13.
Here we go. Like 20. 21.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. Caught here by Conley. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now Garoppolo, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Here we go.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Garoppolo to throw. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 23 yards the pickup there. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Here we go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
That's the way. 13.
Back to throw, Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to Aaron Lynch, the former USF Bull. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Here we go. Wait, 80. I'm trying to collect. There we go. 37's the Mike.
To throw is Garoppolo. Man open, it's Goodwin. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on 4th down? Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon.
Here we go.
You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on first down. Now Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 15. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Victory formation now for the Buccaneers. Down to a knee they go. Good bounce-back win. They take the knee. Can't stop the clock defensively. Tough opening week loss, but now 1-1.
Shows that they handled things really well. A lot of teams panic after a week 1 loss, and they start to think that the sky's falling. This team realized there's a long season, and they feel very talented, and they get it done in this one.
So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Buccaneers, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.